As you know, a squat pattern is one of the most functional, important movement patterns for us to do. However, it is unfortunately one of the most poorly performed movement patterns as well. So we're going to fine-tune a squat. So Lisa's going to demonstrate an example of a not good squat. Now what she's actually demonstrating here is what we would consider an old school squat, where for years we were taught that our shins had to remain parallel and that your knees weren't allowed to travel over your toes. Now, as you can see, as a result of doing this, you can see that Lisa's torso is flexing forward. What this means is just that the squat pattern is not that effective and she's not really getting as much movement through her quads and her hips as she should be. So what we're going to do is fine-tune that. So Lisa, what I'd like you to do is allow your knees to progress forward while simultaneously sitting in behind with your hips. That's much better. Now, as you can see from her side, if I was to draw two lines, we would see that the angles of her shin and the angles of her back are actually in parallel. And this is a perfect position for a squat. So I'll get her to come down again and hold. Fabulous, and come on up. Let's do one more time. Now when Lisa does this, this means that all of her joints are in the optimal position to transfer that force effectively, making this particular squat the way to go. Another common fault that you will often see with the squat is when the knees actually come together in the bottom phase of the squat. So Lisa's just going to demonstrate this here for us. Okay, so this can be attributed to one of two things. Either the setup is not quite correct or it's indicative of some muscle tightness. So first of all, we'll change Lisa's setup by asking her to take a larger step and just turning the toes out slightly. Now Lisa, I just want to encourage to make sure that you get your knees tracking over your second big toe and force your knees out as you drop into that squat. Fantastic. Much better. And as you can see, that setup actually did correct that fault for her.